Oh, come on. Can't see myself. Can you hear me? Just please stand by. Don't get it. You see me, can you hear me? Oh wait, you can't see me. Alright, that's good. Apparently. Alright. Okay, let's get rid of this then. The thing is that I cannot see my own, I cannot see myself. But, oh well, let's pretend that you can see me and hopefully everything will work out. Alright, so sorry for that long intro. Today is, September 4th. And today I'm going to finish up this tile sheet for BCA, which stands for BAM's Countryside Adventure, which is a farming simulator that I'm working on with Connor. But it looks like there is somebody here. So I'm not sure what the deal is because I still cannot see myself in the little preview. Well, apparently I'm live, so the deal is because yeah, okay, I'm live. Yeah, I'll just continue doing what I was supposed to. Okay, so what I need to do today is finish up the style sheet. Among the things that need to be done are just adding a little bit more detail to the ground here because it's really bare. And so now that here's everything. There it is. Right. Good. Okay. Let's start. Probably I will just add some dithering and some random dirt, small rocks. Actually, dithering I don't think works here. I can add some small cracks, the dirt, then maybe a rock here. Thankfully, we have plenty of brown shades for all of this. It's going to be quite easy to add details. Some rock here. Hopefully this slow start isn't a problem for anybody who's starting to watch the game. Okay, first of all, check. Hey, alright, there's people here. That's cool. We could actually use all shades of brown. works. And I don't know what else sort of details could we add. Let's add some dithering just to see how it would have looking. Right. That's right. I don't know, yesterday I was so extremely tired after lunch. I ate some heavy food and then started streaming, so it messed me up a little bit. We'll make sure to eat, don't eat too much during lunch, so I will be able to work properly after lunch as well. The portfolio, which actually reminds me that I just got contacted from a person who wants a potential employer, and I was planning on not doing any other work this month in order that I can finish the portfolio I've been trying for so long. But I don't know, like, good work, but unsure on what to do. Guess there's no harm in naming a price and seeing where things go. It's a game development gig, not really game development gig. Drawing. I need to draw a UI for a game. Be on Switch. So pretty cool stuff. But not really something that I was planning on working on there. Yeah, okay, I think that's enough detail. You can take these tiles, put them somewhere. I think like these are duplicates, right? Yeah, these are duplicates. So the first thing that I drew yesterday, after I finished the stream, was this mock-up over here, and everything looks all right, except that I think certain vines, like these vines that jet out of the walls, aren't complete enough. I couldn't make them better. First of all, we have these walls here. Yeah, there's just plainly speaking, there's some tiles missing. Get rid of all of this. Even not. We don't need these gray positions. Only make everything weirder. Kaspersky, no, thanks. And now we can just use vines and I guess copy them same way they were. Right. Edit things a little bit. That looks alright. We take this one here. Now in order for us to be sure that it's all perfect. Oh wait, actually, made a bit of a mess here. This needs to be lower down. Otherwise it won't fit with the other. That should be correct, right? Except for works. So I think there are some problems with the stream because I can see people and I cannot see myself. I like to just open the stream as if I'm a subscriber. So I've opened it on a different page here. Try to mute myself. Maybe this will be better. Okay, that's good. I won't talk about the stream anymore. And then we will take the third one. And add it here. One thing that needs to be taken into account is that probably it's better if these roots, let's see. So I have this mockup over here, and in here the roots just go behind the, and yeah, I think that's the right way to do it. Whoa, what's this? I heard something. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Zolthair. What's up?
How's it going? Not much.
Pretty good. So, first things first, I need to show you the mock-up that I drew late yesterday, right?
And oh, awesome. I was going to ask you about that.
It's here, yeah. Connor will release it today, public. And I don't know if you're seeing it or not. It's this one here.
I'm lagging a little behind.
It's fine.
The internet's not really sped up yet. It should in the next like 20 minutes though. Hopefully.
Right, so today I'm going to finish up these tiles. Everything is almost done. Missing a few here and there, and some cleanup work. Also, I'll draw a waterfall, and those tiles that have to do with the waterfall. So maybe I'll have some time to spare at the end of the stream. Maybe not. We'll see. Even if we end up using all of this live stream to finish up the tile sheet, it's still good. All right. So that
the mockup looks great. It took me a second. I wanted to see it in high definition, so I just sat there waited for it to load. So I'm pretty far behind again. Gotta catch back up.
I was just saying that my plan of drawing this portfolio during the month of September may be foiled because I was contacted by a company, like a gaming company, needed extra work. And I'm not sure what to do, whether to take it or not. And it's going to be about a month's work of stuff. So maybe I should take it because it's not a big commitment. Just some UI stuff. Menus, icons, text.
Which what portfolio was it? Just the BAM stuff?
No, the comic book art portfolio. I don't know if you catch.
Okay. I wasn't sure because you said UI, so I was confused. At first, I thought it was the comic book stuff.
Yeah. I was saying that I was contacted by a potential employer, wanted me to draw a UI for one of their games. So now, I guess I will do that probably. It's not a big commitment, and maybe once I'm done, I will go back to drawing my book art. Just sets everything back a little bit. Yeah, sets everything back, but probably best still to accept any offers that I get. I'm still relatively new in the business.
Right. How much UI have you done in the past?
I don't think any. I think.
Right, because the RPG stuff is pretty much got the Final Fantasy style, so it's mostly dialogue boxes, right?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all simple stuff. Well, let me think. I do. UI, yeah, really not much at all, but it's easy enough. You don't think it's going to be hard. This stuff right here is harder drawing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As always, there were some problems with the live stream as I tried to boot it up. I don't know what's going on, but every single day there's something, either on YouTube side or on BS. Never quite fires at 8:30 as it's supposed to.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was actually 5 minutes late because I subscribed to the channel to make sure it would notify me when you actually went live because I was like, I don't see anything here. I don't know if it's my internet or not. And then I just decided to randomly just refresh the page, and there you were 5 minutes ago. What?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on, but no, it showed like as I pressed go live on YouTube, stopped showing a preview of my face, so I assumed it stopped working. Then I checked, so I went offline, then checked the recording, and then there I was. So just the preview part didn't work, but everything else. Even now, I don't see myself, but obviously the stream is working. I don't know what's the deal with that. You can figure it out.
Oh, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
You had problems with Twitch as well, didn't you? You said it didn't work on Twitch last time.
Last time, yeah, because it wasn't a problem with YouTube. It was with the OBS last time, and I honestly don't know what the problem was. I just know that it fixed itself after I rebooted my PC. What it was. Right, so we have these tiles. Then what else do we need? We are missing some tiles over round. Take that. A layer. Some cleanup work. Not too hard. So.
Last night I caught a bit of your comic book stream before I headed off to bed. By that point, my phone was dead, and I wasn't gonna deal with the awful 700 millisecond latency, so I didn't even bother plugging my mic back in or whatever. But I did manage to watch a good 10-20 minutes of it, which was really good.
Well, thanks, but I mean, so at the moment I'm still in the sketching phases. So once the sketching is done, hopefully like today or tomorrow, I'll finish that stage. I will start inking it, like the inking stage. So it will look like a black and white finished comic once I start finishing the actual pages. So we'll see. I haven't really had any experience in comic books other than reading them, buying them. So I'm not sure how it will end up. Like it's going to be a fun little experience. We'll see.
I remember sort of seeing, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it looked kind of like a spider. And that was like the last thing I remembered before I like dozed off. I thought it was really cool. I liked the design and everything. Even though it was like just rough sketches.
So I'll just explain what the hell I was drawing. Alright, so when you want to apply for a job at a comic book company, be that the big ones like DC or Marvel or littler ones, they ask for a portfolio, and the portfolio consists of 5 to 6 pages, consecutive pages of storytelling, so as some sort of scene. And usually, like the big ones, they tell you exactly, like they give you some sample scripts that you can use, but you can send in something your own too. Like if you apply for a job at BC, they would probably have you draw Batman with the script that they come up with, right? So that they can see you drawing Batman, right? That's kind of the thing. If they don't like your drawing, then you're out. So anyway, instead of picking somebody else's character or scene, I have my own ideas for comic books. So I chose a story about demons and the demon hunters. And I chose a scene where there's some demon transformations. It's going to be really hard to draw, but that's kind of the point. Show off your drawing abilities. See, so that they can tell that you can draw difficult things, ways, dynamic poses. Usually they just ask for people and cars and houses, things that you'd have to draw many times over and over again. So they know that you can draw them well. I've got all of that, as well as some pretty cool demon transformations.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Sorry, I muted for a second. I had to get outside. I don't want the door and the slamming to like interfere with the live stream.
That's fine.
I have a way better connection outside, so I'm just gonna sit outside while I do this. Kind of sucks, but metal roof.
Are you sure? I mean, can't you do anything else? It doesn't seem odd. Like watching live streams.
Well, I don't know if I really want to explain it, but my significant other's sister's kids are also like in the house, and they started like making a whole bunch of noise, so inappropriate timing, basically. So yeah, it's whatever. I can't work with them screaming anyway, so there's nothing much else to do. If you can't tell, I'm really unhappy about it. I really don't. Basically babysitting someone else's kids so they can pretend to be a child again when they have children.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're happy with it.
No, I'm not. I can't get anything done. It's awful. Like, I have to be quiet in my own house. Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? Like, I moved out of an apartment so I wouldn't have to step lightly at night, and now I have to, like, creep around my own house. Hopefully they'll fall back asleep and I'll walk back in there and...
So I talked yesterday, Connor, about these tiles, and it turns out he's really liked them, and I don't have to change anything. The goddesses, I had my doubts, because usually when you draw something that you haven't discussed previously, and there's a higher chance of falling on your face, right? And then ending up having to redraw. But I think I can, like, by now we've been working for quite a while, and not that big of a risk.
So, do the goddesses have real world counterparts, like as in not statues, or are they just statues? There aren't any actual, like you can't encounter them in the game. Right?
No,
or
no, you can't really encounter them. You can interact with them through the statues.
Like a conduit.
Right. Sort of, yeah, because the whole point is that you sacrifice some produce or some items to them, and then the goddess grants you magical powers. So yeah, that's how that works. I don't want to spoil too much. There is some lore there behind.
Oh, of course, no spoilers. You don't have to spoil anything. I completely understand.
Plus, it's supposed to be mysterious while you're exploring it, so that's kind of why I usually don't mind spoilers, but these are kind of important. All right, so that works. These two. Them again. Needs to be. Yeah, see these tiles that I'm drawing, they are missing tiles that are needed in order to complete the tile set, so that everything is tileable and create all sorts of different connections between the floor and the dirt.
Right.
So it's just necessary work. Take too long though, should be quite easy. Draw maybe rock here. Actually, something that I did yesterday that I don't do often, I checked analytics for my old YouTube videos. As I ended up in them, I noticed that YouTube has changed their Creator Studio, whatever, base. And I noticed that out of all of the pixel art videos, one is way more watched and others, and it's the Towards the Pantheon forest area tiles. And I was a bit baffled because it was like 7 or 8 times more watched than any of the others, and I didn't know why. I was trying to figure out what was going on, but then
which tile set was it?
The forest area. So chronologically is the first one that I drew, so that's what I went with. The video is slightly longer than the other ones, but I don't think that's the important thing that made it the most watched. I think it's that. Well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, on your theory first, because I have a theory, and I'd like to hear yours first.
My theory is that in that video I still am figuring out the art style for the game. So there's a lot of backtracking and like fixing things while I'm drawing them. So it's more dynamic and it's more of a behind the scenes video than the others where I'm just drawing something without changing it and I'm moving on. So it could be that. That's my idea.
Interesting. Are the other videos taking place in a forest setting, or are they just like the say like the houses and stuff that you did?
Well, some of them, right? But there's other settings. There's the cyberpunk world. There's the like wasteland. There's the snowy forest.
So here's my theory. I think because whenever someone starts thinking about doing pixel art for a game, their first thought is, I'm going to make a forest tile set,
Yeah.
and so they search for that. So it's the cliche setting for an RPG. So more people search for that, and it's more generic to learning, I guess.
Yeah, that's another part of it, I think, yeah. Has to be.
Because whenever I look at someone's work for whatever it is, the first thing I see is, hey, it's forest. I mean, we could talk about that one game that we both know about, and the guy who should not be named. The first tile set was a forest in a little town in the middle of it. I think I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was the first and only for a long time. But yeah, you have a point there. Forest is the cliche. So that could be part of it as well.
It's probably a blend of everything. And you said you did more talking and going through your thought process, kind of like what you want to do now, but it was...
No, I didn't do any talking.
Yeah.
This was back
Oh,
when it's just a sped out footage of me drawing and music. That's it. So there is no difference.
Okay. I misunderstood.
That's honestly why I was shocked, because it made no sense. They're all the same. It's just me drawing with music in the background. But this single video has 8 times more views than number 2, and like everything else is much closer together.
And there's also the small chance that it got featured on the sidebar.
Oh yeah, but I think that's like that's derivative. It's not, doesn't happen by accident. You aren't featured first. Yeah, probably the algorithm is a culprit as well. All of this works. I think I'm missing a couple more tiles. Corner tiles, that more even. Yeah. This one will have this one. Yeah. And that should conclude at least this part of the tile set. There are a couple more things. I was thinking of adding other roots that sprout from the from the walls. Except from the face of the wall and not the side. I don't know if done. I think so, yeah. It shouldn't be too hard. And after that, I'll move on to the waterfall. Thankfully for the waterfall, I already have one drawn for the outside of the world. So I'll just take that, recolor it, and like change a few things so that it works with this tile set. It shouldn't be too hard to do at all.
So you're cutting out a little bit on Discord, and I noticed you're not doing that in the stream. So I think your voice activation is cutting you off a little bit.
On Discord? Well, okay, let me just check what I can do.
Well, there's a slider. You can leave it on voice activation and just turn it off and let it just broadcast to me constantly. I'd rather hear your clicks than not hear what you're saying.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Voice and video. I changed this yesterday, so okay. Blah 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 blah. Testing, testing, clicking.
Much better.
Yeah, you can hear my clicks probably. No.
Well, I could hear them anyway, but what's funny is the clicks would get through, but your voice wouldn't.
Oh, that's weird. Well, anyway, this should be better. And some random pixels here and there. Dithering. Do it. And the thing is that with these tiles, I can just mirror them and nothing, there is no harm done because these tiles won't ever be close to each other. Alright, so save. Back this tile sheet, so that, smush this together. I'm trying to get rid of everything that isn't unique, all of the duplicate tiles. So these are not. I believe all of this is unique. Okay. This we can get rid of. Got these two. That. Just squashing everything so more close together. Going on here. I don't know why I can't seem to fit everything. Okay, there you go. Whatever, it works. Put BAM in here. Alright, then we have these ones. Then I think we're missing something else. I think so. Yeah, we are missing stuff. Okay. Then this. see soon enough what's missing. It's not hard to. Could actually take these tiles from another tile sheet that I drew that is for underground caves. There you go, that does it. Take here. Up this. Copy. Oh, that doesn't quite fit. I need these tiles anymore. Alright, so these we take granted. Try to construct a piece of rock that doesn't. Oh, I'm hearing children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Awesome. The best part is they're asleep. They just start screaming for no apparent reason randomly. At any point, just start yelling, and then they're
Okay, so thankfully these tiles are almost perfect for this other tile sheet. Like they work quite well. To edit them a little bit, not even too much. Ah, wait. Close enough. Hello, hello. How are you today, John of all trades? I'm doing fine. I had a weird dream, had a nightmare actually. I dreamt that I had, for some reason, a party in my house while I was sleeping. So I wake up and there's like a huge bunch of people that I don't know. And I don't know how they got in, who they were, like 25 people, drunk people. I don't know why. I've never had this sort of fear before. I'm not that antisocial, but what that was about. Other than that, everything else pretty well. I got a job offer. I already mentioned to Zelthair. That's probably means goodbye for the comic book streams, because I can't really support two jobs and draw for the portfolio at the same time. That's going to be really possible to maintain. Alright, so this doesn't quite style these things properly. It's a shame though. We hope to finally draw this portfolio. Okay. Can't pass up on not in this economy. Okay, so works. I think I'll just edit this top right as well. Make it more square, because that's the whole point of this tile sheet, that it's ancient ruins, so everything is square-like. There aren't any diagonal connections like in regular caves, caverns. They are more natural. These are artificially built, so even when walls are made of dirt, still are square. Then I just take this and flip it, put it there. This works. Paste. Now I need to do the same thing for, actually, I believe this is just the same as the other tile sheet. There. Sort of reorganize everything a little bit. Now for the top. Sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm just figuring out all of these tiles, how they should look and which way they should face, all of that.
So, what did Connor think of the tree roots?
Yeah, he enjoyed them. He liked the entire tile set. The roots were exactly what he thought they should be.
That's good, because you seem like you weren't sure exactly what you were going to do when you read the description of
Yeah,
what you wanted.
I wasn't, because I mean, I haven't done anything of the sort. But I just figured out a way that would make it all work, I guess.
I really like the roots. I also really like the cracked transition tiles. At first, I wasn't really sure what they were supposed to be, and then you use them in the mock-up, and I was immediately impressed because it just was so awesome what you could do with it.
Thanks. Right, so this is different. So here I'm going to draw some going to be hard to figure. Maybe I can just ignore. So what I'm trying to draw now is, you see these gray big tiles. Same way that in here I have the option of having parts, the environment being visible, but on another level, on a higher level than everything else. Same way that I did it here, I wanted to do it on the other tile sheet. And I did it for the ground, but not for the artificial tiles, the gray part. And I'm just trying to figure out how it all would end up looking. And I believe it's going to be quite difficult to make it all look seamless and work well. It's just a lot of tiles to be drawn, and maybe it's just too much work for what it's worth, because I don't even know that we'll need them. We can get by just fine without them, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I think we can get away without them. Just have call it a day. This back. There you go. Save and get rid of all of this nonsense. Alright, so what are we missing? We are missing currently the water tiles. So after that, I think that'll be enough for the ruins tile sheet. I'll move on to something else. Now for water, I have some water tiles for the overworld. Let's do some spoilers. The overworld, like, although people have already seen mock-ups, so it'll be hard. It's not really a spoiler. Okay, there we are. This tiles. The right layer. Is this the right layer? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's been a while since I've used this tile. Good. Take this, copy it, put it here. And now I just need to make everything fit with the surroundings, which will actually, okay, do an interesting, open another file, import the palette, and I'll paste this here, and I'll just start replacing colors and see what we end up with. If we take this lightest color and replace this one, I think is the color of the ground. Let me think. What color is this? This is a dark brown. I think we can use dark blue for it. Then this one is gray. We can use the dark brown for it. So I'm pitching everything down. What color is this? That. Water is now darker. Now we can switch those two colors and those two colors for the highlights. So far so good. Now this one, the darker, doesn't work. Can we? Can't do anything. So I have to copy this. Paste it. Brown is this brown. I'll just take some of these tiles so that I know the color shade of everything that's going to be. Somebody's calling me on my phone. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, here I am. Something happened. All right, so what I was doing was I was taking these tiles, copying them onto this file, so that I know the shade of everything. Let's start by making this shade. And I think, yeah, there's just too many shades. I'll just color this all in this brown and figure it out from there. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to draw manually. Can't really replace too much. Replace the water, so that's good enough. Okay. So I guess we'll just have to use darker shades. One that I picked is this one, and another. This is a bit of a problem because this shade and this shade are exactly the same. So everything needs to fit within the color scheme, but be too crazy. It cannot use exactly the same colors, or it will mess with. I just hard to explain, but yeah, but that should be fine. It's okay that there are fewer shades of colors because we are indoors and we are inside of some caves and stuff like that. So this works. Now take this there and paste it a few times. I think these are perfectly fine as they are. We'll just do that. That works. You know what? Let's do that. That doesn't work. Okay. Does? Okay. Here we go. What do you think? How does this look like? I think it looks all right. I mean, obviously, we'll need probably more tiles for more variety, but just these for now. Then when they're needed, I'll draw them. I mean, so far, don't need that much variety. I doubt there'll be a lot of water underground. Like, variety within the walls is more important than variety within the water.
I think it's a good start. How do I sound?
Healthy. You sound fine. All right.
Okay, I switched back to my computer. For some reason, now my phone is just disconnecting from Discord randomly. Even when I was outside and had 5 bars, it was doing it. So I have no idea what's going on with that.
I don't know. I can put this here, and it should work with the rest of the tiles. And I doubt that we'll need well, we'll do everything the way it is, yeah. That. This a little bit higher. There's not enough space here for everything. Oh well. We have these tiles, and now let's grab the waterfall. It's probably under W, right? Winter tiles, waterfall. There it is. Got this waterfall, and it's 4 frames. So let's save this as a .gal, and then we will. Let me check the waterfall. So it's 4 frames and how many layers? Layer 1. Okay, layer 3 is the water. Layer 2 is some stuff. Layer 1 is. Let's try and appropriate these. First of all, by changing the color of the water the way we did last time. Okay, let's move everything one step darker. Second, we've got. This is the darkest blue that we have, so let's make it 1 step darker. That's not that blue. Okay, well, we'll have to make it. This one can be there. This one here. And the white blue. Doesn't look that good. The water is now black, basically. Close to black. Here. Alright, that's getting closer. Actually, let's take some of the tiles. This is going to be dark blue on dark blue. I'm not a fan of this. We could make the vertical part of the waterfall striped, so that at least you get to see some of this, of these blue, like a lighter blue shade. Make it at least like this. I think it's good enough. Although I'll probably just leave them vertical. Just a few dots. What do you think? I think it looks okay. And here as well. I can just take this, copy it, put it there, and let's get rid of some of this. Yeah, all of this will have to be redrawn probably. Where are the ruins? There they are. Path. I think we're getting somewhere. That's wrong. These. Copy. Oh, so much stuff. There. And paste. Well, that's the wrong layer. That's why. Right, and now we can take a few. Them. There. You can see it's turning into an underground waterfall. And I guess, oh wait, we can. Hey, it doesn't look too bad. Now, obviously, it's just one frame, and the other frames don't quite look as good. But if we take this, just copy, paste it a few times, it should start looking good. This, copy, next frame, paste, frame, paste, paste. And we don't need the second layer. Thing. So, I mean, I guess it's cleaner with the darker water, but there's this huge contrast bottom, and that doesn't really make much sense. This also is just ugly. What could be done? What could be done? Maybe we can just color all of this with a lighter shade of blue, like this blue. It's going to look more two-dimensional, but I don't know what else to do. This is way too dark. You know what? I think that we'll switch to, because this is supposed to be white foam. Maybe we can get away with this. Yeah, that's fine. What about the purple? No, that doesn't work. What about a different color, gray? It has to be lighter. It has to be lighter, otherwise it just doesn't register. So the way to do it is just paint all of this lighter shade and just yeah, that. The only thing that I can think of is like get rid of. Maybe there is something I can do. I can take this darker shade and then places. Does that work? Maybe that could work. And yeah, have more contrast here at the top. You know what? Maybe we don't need all dark. We can just have a bit more contrast here at the top and just pretend that everything else looks good. It doesn't, but I really don't see anything else I can do. Do you see still there? What solution could be. I can't see any.
I'm watching. I'm completely. I have no idea. I see what the problem is, but I have no real way of articulating. I mean, the problem's the limited palette, right? And there's nothing to do about that.
Yeah, the only solution is just to maybe make an alpha channel. That's probably what Connor will end up doing. But that doesn't work with the dark, like this brown on brown, the same shade, that doesn't work. This I can understand. I think this is interesting. Let's use it. I can't think of anything else. So we'll take these tiles, copy them, flip them, because that's how. Then edit these ones. Hey, we've got 5 people watching. I know it's not a lot, but I just started streaming. Everyone. This waterfall is for the underground. Let's keep this. Yeah. Yeah, the limited palette is a hindrance, obviously, but can't really mess with that. So otherwise, might as well not use pixel art at all. Pixel art works best with a limited palette. Good. Works. Good. Good. Horizontal. And I think it looks all right. The only thing that I can be changing is be editing these tiles here. More appropriate for water to pass through for the existence of this waterfall. And a little bit there as well. That should do it. And now I can take these two and copy them and paste them every frame. And there you go. There's our problem here. I don't know what this black tile, one black tile. There aren't supposed to be any black tiles. And there's here. Oh, weird. Here. They're gone. Good. guess I'll save this as... And get rid of this little cat here. I think we'll keep it as a separate document from the rest of the tile sheet. And yeah, we don't need this here. There you go. And we'll save it as underground waterfall. Gale. That works. Okay, I think we don't need this anymore. We have the waterfall, so let's get rid of that. We can get rid of this. And let me just quickly double check if we need anything else to be drawn for this tile sheet. Otherwise, I will move on to the next part. Next task. Okay, let's see. Goddess statues and ruined tiles. Throughout the game, Bam will find stone statues of goddesses holding cauldrons. He can throw food/produce into the cauldrons to acquire power to perform magical spells. These statues should be a bit bigger than Bam, and the cauldron accentuated to make it apparent that something can be put in. Perhaps the inside of the cauldron is darker than the rest of the sprites, so it stands out. One sprite. Bam also explores the underground ruins of an ancient civilization, so we need tiles for this. Attached pixel art picture is a good example of how these ruins should differ from the simple cave tiles, blah blah blah. Marble stone floor, underground water fountain sprites, dirt wall tiles with tree root overhead tiles. Okay, we have everything. Yay! Great. Let's see what's the next task. It's not even 10 a.m. Started at 8:30, so we've got another 2.5 hours to go. Let's see, we've got yeah, Bam using item animation. Let's use some animation. Let's do some animation. Okay, can I get rid of this? Get rid of that. No thanks. Alright, so animations are always the hardest part. Not because they are hard necessarily, but just they take a lot of time. Alright, so these animations will be of Bam. 8 directions, right? Or 4. Kind of dumb. Why do we need 8 directions for the hammer, axe, hoe, sickle? I guess, no, it makes sense. Alright, so I'm running, Bam walking. Take. Well, I'll find all of the relevant sprites of Bam, I think. Have that. Then we need the actual items. Okay, there are the items. There's a watering can that you need to water plants with. Can't really see it. Put it away. A watering can. There's an axe to chop trees with. A hoe to till the ground with. Then we have a hammer to build things with, I guess. I don't know. And a sickle to cut down wheat and other grasses. Alright, so the way we talked, Connor, the way we sort of decided on how to create these animations is one for the watering can and one for everything else. And the animation will be just Bam doing this, and it works for the axe, it works for the hoe, it works for the hammer, and for the sickle. I mean, you won't be using the sickle too often, and it's just fun if it goes like this, like a machete, instead of horizontal, and it saves me a lot of work. So let's create a new file, a smaller one. Load our palette. And zoom in. Maybe this is too big, but whatever, it works. Yeah, it is way too big. Let's 64 by 64. There you are. Okay. Got this file. Let's take BAM and just copy him a few times over and over again in the 5 directions that we need, because it's 8 directions, right? You can move BAM in 8 directions, but the reality is that you flip a lot of these directions. So this one and this one, the same sprite. The up and down ones you cannot flip, but the other ones, the diagonals and the left-right. Some BAM walking diagonal, BAM walking. As far as some of standing sprites, not even the right BAM. Walking BAM fixed. Oh, there it is. With Bob. Walking with Bob. Which means with his head bobbing, not with somebody named Bob. Copy. Just wait, that's not right. We don't need this sprite, we need this one. The other one is for when you're not moving. Now, another thing that we need to do is view the frame. Where is it? There it is. Now, there will be quite a few frames for all of these animations, right? I'll add there's just a few things to set up before I start drawing. BAM facing that way. Then we need one facing left, which we will find here. Or right is no difference. Duplicate. We go 1, 2, 3. And a few more. We have we don't have the diagonal ones. Go here. Do we have the diagonal ones? Yeah. Doing everything as fast as I can because the animation process is always very, very slow. This is a weird thing, like taller. Huh. Right. Apparently. Okay. We have that. Is that all? No, we're missing one. Oh. Walking. There you are. Okay. finally, we have all 5 directions of BAM's movement. That's the wrong file. That's the wrong file. Thanks. There you go. Okay. Spinning. All right. So that's one thing that we needed to do. Another thing, we'll probably have to take these items, right, as references. Maybe not. Let me think, how can I do it? So if the animation is of BAM just doing this, going back and forth, up, down, right, should it be like 45, 90 degrees, or should it be like 45, 135 degrees? This works for the axe. I don't know. Okay, if the axe, something to grab. If the axe goes that, yeah, okay, it works. For the till, it will be facing forward. Not exactly perfect. For the hammer, it will probably be forward again. That thing also forward, okay. I'm not a fan. It should probably be like something more downward, so like with the one frame, BAM has his arms up. One frame he has this down. That's it, right? Just 2 frames, 1, 2, 1, 2. And maybe one where there's just a slash animation. 1, 2. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, 1, 2. And do we need a slash on the other direction? No, we don't need. All right. I think I figured it out. And I think I will start with these frames, right? So the way to do it is I will have a generic set of frames for BAM moving his arms this way, and then add more layers, and for every layer I will add a sickle or a different type of tool. Yeah, I don't know if I explained it correctly, but let's start doing this, right? Problem with BAM and his animations is that he's small and like he's a cat, so he can't really grab things realistically. Make much sense. I will have to. Yeah, and it's easily deform. It's a mess. I think I should just redraw. Leave this guy as he is. Just draw a new BAM head. Facing. Legs. Arms up. The movements need to be exaggerated, otherwise you really don't be able to see them. At least the bottom part will be much the same. His head is cocked back. His ears are forward. Eyes like this. Nose. We only see one eye, right? We're just in the profile. It's going to be whatever, something. Figured out. So weird. Tie. Not his tie. His scarf is always with him. Good. All right, so 2 hands outstretched. Maybe make it, yeah, 45 degrees, so it's easier to draw. And looks more convincing. So frame 1 is him like this. I think there's some potential here. I think this is a good first pose. Probably is a bit too tall. The falls are usually big, but yeah, okay, getting somewhere. Hey, Yetsu Naramaki. How's it going? Just drawing some animations for main character of this called a and it's hard to draw and think at the same time. Farming sim. God, I don't know why it took me so long. Farming simulator game. Sort of in the veins of Harvest Moon and the other one. Whatever, Harvest Moon. Now. And these animations are of BAM using tools. Like an axe, hammer, sickle, watering can. Well, the watering can will be a different kind of animation. Right, now we have that, we can sort of fix some of these issues. Up. Should his eyes be open or closed? Because it's easier to just close his eyes and say, yeah, he's like, eyes closed, arms outstretched. Yeah, it's also actually long as of an arm. Shorten it a little bit like this. Love Harvest Moon. Yay. The moment something is compared to Harvest Moon, I am interested. Yeah, it's like Harvest Moon or what's the other one? I always compare it to that game. One made by one person. The indie game about harvesting crops. Stardew Valley, yes. There it is. Except that this game has exploration elements and some magical elements. Because if you know your lore, you've played towards the Pantheon, you'll know that Bam has magical powers. He has healing abilities, like ice abilities. At least in that game. In this game, it'll be a bit different because it doesn't make much sense. Like that one was an RPG, so you could have healing powers. I think that works, right? Pretty much. Okay, let's move on to some other drawing. This is still frame 1. Let's duplicate this. Bam. Okay, and the second frame, okay, I'll just copy. Will be of him. Yeah, I think I still need to redraw it because maybe I can just take this bottom part. That won't change too much. Like he's still standing on the same spot. Like his arms now are way forward, down. Stardew Valley, yes, thanks. The plot of this game is that Bam and a few of the other characters of Towards the Pantheon crash land on this island. So there's a small collection of returning characters that have to live on this island and survive off the land. There's Mishima, the cyborg. Then there's Freya's little sister, Svanhild. And who else of the original cast? There's some cats. There's Slippy and Bippy that were in the game. Then there's Bun Buns, another cat from the original game, and some other characters. Oh wait, I think there's somebody else that I'm missing. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's Bam's brother, Biggles. Oh, maybe that's a spoiler. I don't know. I guess it cares at this point. Yeah, it's not matter. Yeah, there's going to be Biggles in this. It's a spoiler for the other BAM game, not for anything else. Everything is in continuity. it's hard to be entertaining for hours on end. So sometimes I just stop talking and start drawing. I think this is slightly off. It kind of works though. Yeah. Right, so ears. I mean, this works as a movement nation. So maybe I don't know. So I'm thinking that like he's holding a till, right? For example, till would be going this way, and here going down there. So I guess it works. For the axe, will be like this. For the sickle, that. I guess I can make all of this work. And what else? Do we have a hammer? The hammer is the best one, I think. I think it should be. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. Sam has no nose in this pose, but I really don't have anywhere to put it. It will end up looking only worse, I think, if I give Bam a nose. I don't know, maybe. No, I don't think it's worth it. Actually. No, let's turn to the noseless Bam. I think that's fine. I think it's implied, and that's good enough. Anything else here that needs to be care of? This is dark blue. The hands are big for simple reason that they'll have to be holding something, so can't really make them too small. You know what? I will move all of this forward and make his hand longer. Maybe that's too long. There. I think that works. What do you think? Good. Let's move on to some other direction. Okay, we have 1 out of the 5 directions done. You see how hard is animation?
It's looking good. I had to do something. I actually missed the second frame. Actually.
Okay, now let's build this one. I think it's the second easiest. Animation is a tough mistress. Especially when it's just a couple of frames, because you need to make both frames really strong, animation-wise. Wait a second, I think I have something here that could help me. I have, we go to the other BAM game. We have BAM holding guns and whatnot. There's the shooting blast frames. BAM shooting weapons. Is that right? BAM blast frames should. We zoom in here. We have this image of BAM. I guess it works, yeah. If we take BAM here, and copy it and paste it here. I mean, I know the colors probably, the colors aren't perfect, but they work. It sort of works, right? He has a small head, but other than that. I mean, I can use this as a start, the basis for actual frame. The idea is the same, that he's backwards, so his head is small. Should be like taller here. Then he should be his eye with these arms outstretched forward. But I mean, it could work. His face is somehow small. I don't know why. Guess I went off model. Pose. Well, okay. I think this works, right? Good. Good. Heaving down. Now let's leave all of this white. Well, that's not too bad. Maybe pose is slightly off. I think it works. All right, we have this. Now we duplicate this. And, oh, that's the wrong thing. Frame, not layer. And now, okay, we can get rid of this. And just draw another frame of BAM. All right. I'm having used the equipment. Reaching forward. That it will probably be lower down. Yeah. The hands will be down as well. Animation is by far the most time-consuming thing that I do when I work on games. And it's just because every frame, no, every second has many frames of animation. But thankfully, like the animations are all pretty short. Here it's just 2 frames. You can't get any shorter than that. But a walk cycle will have repeat frames, and it will. The fact that it's a cycle means that even if it's 6 frames, it will look very well, and it's reused often. I mean, a lot, reused over and over again. And all of the attack animations are reused. everything is reused, so there's not actually that much animation in what I tend to do. Show you some animations that I did for BAM and the Castle of War. This is a sneak peek. Let me show you the zombie. The zombie walk. And you see there's two loops, right? One loop is of his head moving in a round direction. Doing that. And the other one is just regular. And by randomizing when he's swinging his head around, means that you can have multiple zombos. They will be different. And see, there's only two walk cycles, right? One going forward and one going backwards. But the zombie itself can move in 4 directions because you can flip all of the sprites. And also by doing all sorts of different tricks, you make it look more fluid than it should be. I've actually learned quite a lot when working on these games about how to maximize effective time, how to have, I don't know actually how to explain it, but yeah, learned a lot about animation and make everything work. Unfortunately, with what I'm doing right now, there's really no silver bullets. You just have to draw the frames and make everything fit and be on model, which I think is the hardest thing of all, making BAM look like BAM when he's facing all sort of different directions. This is worst, I think. The hardest part of all. Right now he's looking like a rabbit. Doesn't look like BAM whatsoever. Has this scarf, so we'll put scarf there. All these details that they're slightly wrong, they're really, really wrong. And the fact that all of these animations are reused means that you can't really do a half-assed job. You need to make them all look good. So you're going to be seeing them over and over again, and if they look wrong, then they'll look wrong so many times. Alright, so BAM's face is now completely out of model. Look at how big his face is here. Oh, I've made it. Let's fix this. Also made him a while. Let's try. Right, this is already looking better. It's still not. Doesn't look like BAM. By playing around with the pixels, we'll find a solution that works. I think I can move this backwards, maybe. There we are. It's starting to look more like him. Another good thing is that these other colors can help fix certain problems. I think that today I will still live stream the comic book art. I'm not sure about later month. We'll have to. I'll have to talk to potential work provider and see if I end up working or not. Not then, yeah, I'll continue obviously live streams. Otherwise, I just won't have enough time to do everything. Work on 2 jobs and live stream as well. Okay. I think like we're getting somewhere with BAM. What am I missing? It should be dark blue. Be like shades in there. There. Let's see, before, after. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. I mean, I will have to edit all of these sprites once more and like do another take of all of this. But for now, I think they're not too bad. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is maybe too extreme, but hey. Try these ones. These will be fun to draw. Oh, I should probably rename the stream because by this point I'm not drawing the ruins tiles anymore. I should put as using tools. As with the other drawings, I will bottom part intact. No reason to change it. And we'll make the top somehow fit. So, he has such a fat face from the front. Not like this the other directions. Oh well. Is that even fat enough? No, he's even fatter. He's there. His hands are probably I don't want to cover his face with his hands, so that like I think like the hands could be here, outstretched forward, and then the other drawing will have them stretched forward, but way lower. Because the perspective doesn't have to be realistic to work this particular type of game. I don't know why I closed his eyes, but be working. Right. Bad. Darker shade. Either way, like the part of him will be obscured by the tool once I draw it. I can probably just take all of this and flip it. Not going to look perfect. Is his face really that fat? It is. Yeah. Again, probably these frames will have to be changed in the future. That's usually how things happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I did a good job. Alright, so got this frame. We have this other one. Yeah, well, his arms are maybe a bit too fat. Maybe I should have. Yeah, that's better, I think. That should work. That's probably good. Alright, now for the other frame. Again, get rid of all this. Head will be forward. I know what, I'll keep side. I'm sorry, there's not much to talk about here. I'm just drawing pixel by pixel how it goes here. I can tell you that next time, tomorrow, I've got some concept art to draw, so that will be much more fun. Concept art for Slippy and Bippy. Not them, but their house. They are already part of the game. I already drew them. But their house will be inspired by Ron Weasley's house, the Burrow from Harry Potter. Except a bit smaller, I guess. But a lot crazier with the other characters' houses. It doesn't have to be that bonkers. Yeah, after I'll probably tomorrow I'll have enough time to do the concept art as well as the actual artwork, because it's not going to be that big. The thing is with concept art, the whole point is to show it to Connor. So probably I'll do the concept art and then work on something else. Otherwise, I like this shape of Bam's head. I think that works. All of this will be dark. Just ears and where they are normally, except move them all the way. No, they should be back, right? Should be back, so probably move them one pixel in, and hello, Weeaboo. How's it going? All of this, copy and paste it. Bit. There you go. It's an easy. Too crazy. It looks like he's bowing. But I think once I add the hands, the hands will just go forward. There. How's it going? Weeaboo. If you don't know, this game is called Bam's Countryside Adventure. It's a farming sim, sort of like called Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley, but with some extra sweet mechanics make it unique. There's an exploration element. Today I drew some underground ruin tiles that you're going to explore. And there's magic. Fun game. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it yet. Nobody has. But it will be fun, I'm sure. Although that's not true. I have played like a very early demo. It still missed all of the. It didn't have many mechanics, so it early on. Yeah, this I'm not a fan of. What if I just that? Okay, these arms are too large. I think this frame is pretty much done. If it ends up looking awful, I'll change it. But I think it's pretty much. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I have an idea. This dark, covered. Probably be shorter as well. There you go. Now I was sort of getting the idea that his ears are going forward and then backwards. But here. That's probably even better. There you go. That works. Now, for how many drawings are we short? Okay, we need this one. This one. I'm using tools. Okay, forward we have 3/4. We have. Okay, we need 2 more. Maybe you can take this as the. Oh wait, we can go back to Bam Blast shooting frames from the other game. Yeah, take this as a early version. just like we did the other diagonal frame. Okay. So horizontal. This doesn't look bad actually. Right, so what needs to be changed? Yes, like this needs to be green, dark green, darker green. Anything else? Oh yeah, the actual hands stretched. Okay, so probably way higher. We have people watching, but nobody's saying anything. Hello? Oh, by the way, if you're watching and you'd like to talk to me, like on stream, you can just join the Discord server. I'll give you a link. Invite you. If anybody's here on YouTube, I should have said this earlier. Yeah, you can go there into the voice chat and we can chat. Make the stream more entertaining. You're into that. Probably this will be. Doesn't look too bad. Talk more, but I'm busy making something for a video. So what do you do, John of all trades? What are you working on? Stretched. Array. All right. We have this. Let's draw the other end of the animation. Thankfully, these ones where BAM is facing away from us are a little bit easier to draw because there's just, you don't have to worry about BAM's face not looking right. Because you don't see the face. These two should be done faster. Nothing important. I built stuff in unmodded Fallout to show people what is possible. Don't do it near as often as I'd like. Well, you know, you start by modding and then a couple of years pass and then you start getting into game development. Seeing how it happens. I didn't start with modding, but I know some people who did. For instance, all of the people working at Dota. That entire game was a mod of Warcraft 3. then it turned into an esport, a pretty big one. It's crazy to think about. Well, this isn't too bad. This is going pretty smoothly, I'd say, compared to the other frames of animation that I had to draw today. I build stuff without mods to inspire people to be creative, myself included. So I haven't done anything with mods. So let me just reread what you said. I talk more, nothing more. Build stuff in unmodded Fallout to show people what is possible. So when you say build stuff, you mean levels and like missions, stuff like that.
I can see where the confusion comes in.
I've always wanted to try to make my own mods though. Just don't have a PC for the job. Yeah, because, well, maybe it's also because I haven't played Fallout, so I'm not 100% sure on what we're talking about even. I mean, I know the game, but what is it exactly you do? Change stat. Oh wait, okay. So unmodded Fallout. So I'm guessing, yeah, building levels. What else?
Yeah, in the game you have the ability to build towns. You just said it. You can build stuff in game as opposed to using a level editor like
Okay.
the creation toolkit.
All right, that makes sense. Because sometimes you could, like, there's a toolkit inside of the game that allows you to create interesting levels and maps. That's not what he's talking about. That I guess that's where the confusion came in.
I did a whole bunch of level design in Morrowind using the Elder Scrolls toolkit.
Cool. Like, and I mean, well, is it just levels, or were there scripts and scenarios?
Oh yeah, it had a built-in scripting language. It was very bad. It was a very bad scripting language. It was back when everyone wrote their own scripting engine, and
Yeah, Morrowind has some.
it got updated over time. When the Blood Moon expansion came out, they made a whole overhaul to it. So a lot of mods required you to get the expansion so that you could use the better features. There are also a lot of engine problems, like a bunch of scripts had to have this header to ensure that the script didn't run while the menu was open, or it would do all sorts of awful things to the game state.
Weird. I wanted to get into, back in the day, Warcraft 3 levels, like in 2004 or 5, back when it was a new game. but I had so much other stuff going on that I really didn't have time to almost do homework. It was really, really bad. I would do my homework and just start sleeping, and that's it. Always been a busy guy.
Speaking of modding to game, basically Valve's entire story, Team Fortress used to be a very military, realistic looking mod, and then they split off from, I can't remember which game it was, but then they swapped to a more artistic look, and that became what was known as Team Fortress 2, the one where they added all the hats eventually for some reason.
It's fun how mods can turn into games and how all of this works. Bethesda provides a version of their developer tools to promote modding in a lot of their games, specifically specialized in making decorations with the limited number of pieces available. I can't seem to get this hand right. Why? Losing my mind slowly. Drawing these cats over again. Alright, that's okay. It looks right. One, two, three, four. This doesn't look anything like Bama. Way too fat. I think all of this can be dark. That's probably. Ah, this barely looks like Bama as well. Oh man. It helps to go back and look at your old drawings, or even if they're not old, like even if they're slightly. What I'm trying to say, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that if you draw something for a long time, you can get desensitized and you don't see any of the problems that may be. there in the drawing. It's always good to take a break and come back later. Try to fix problems that I find. That's a bit better, right? Then there's this, that. Okay, this one really is bad. It looks like a rabbit in this drawing. A cat. Yeah. It's just the shape that's wrong. Figure it out. I think I'm getting closer. Oh, further away. I guess I'll just have to fix this all offline, because I really can't seem to fix sprites anymore. Been staring at them for too long, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore. Give it a nose. Hey, the nose kind of works. Whatever, let's keep it like this. Save, and let's move on to the other sprites. Okay, this one I like. And what else are we missing? We're missing this one here. This should be the easiest one. That done, I will start adding the tools. I don't know how you are able to stomach this content, but hey, gotta do it anyway, because if I wasn't live streaming it, I would be sitting in a room doing it by myself. And this is better. Might as well stream it, right? Okay. And pull back. See, maybe I can take one of these frames. Where is the blast frame? Oh, there it is. Way more mild than what I drew. Like the blast frame, I'm standing like this, while the frame of I like this one. It's more extreme, but but it makes more sense because he's using. Yeah, I'm not this. More extreme like this one. Head tilted back, so be back. Edit it if it's needed. Probably edit word. Dark. So I don't think you are able to see much in terms of his hands. Hands are outstretched forward, so all of this will be dark blue. It's shadow. This out maybe tile. Oh yeah, and I forget. I think that's probably yeah. Have a little bit of color. This one and the other drawing. this one. And plunge forward with his head. Oh, you know what? His ears will probably be... Oh yeah, I messed up the ears. These ears need forward. Forward. So that they can face backwards when he's plunged forward. So I think here we will be able to see his hands stretched. Have the head and the ears are like this way. Oh, I still have coffee here. So maybe this is way too, because we are strange position, yeah, to his head, but not facing straight ahead. Peel it back a little. Oh, by the way, this is crazy. I've never drawn Bam with this of a pose, this extreme of a pose. Also, his head is just massive. All of this needs. I think I'm getting the hang of. Can you hear the clicking, by the way? I think good have. It's best if the noise reduction is such so that you don't hear the clicking. Maybe not ever. No, this kind of looks like an alien with these eyes. There we are. This can all be blue. Oh. Higher. I can hear the clicking a bit. Doesn't bother me personally though. Okay. Maybe I'll edit it for the next video. So there's not much else to hear. Maybe I'll leave it. A thing that I used to do is I used to put music when I live streamed. At least I could conceivably stop talking for a minute or two without any problems, like without any huge brain farts, first of all, and then just emptiness of content. I could just focus on drawing for a while and then talk whenever I felt like it. But on YouTube, obviously, you can't do that. You can do this on Twitch. They don't care. You have copyrighted music live streams as long as they're live and not recordings. Okay, let's see. I feel like we can make BAM lunge a few more pixels without any problem. Let's see. Maybe this is a bit crazy though. This is fun. And I will tail a little bit. I'm getting close to adding the actual animated, right? The tools. I'm pretty much done here, and I'm just double checking a few things before I go for it. This is weird. I guess it's fine. Yeah, it works. Alright, let's then save this. And now we will add layers on top of all of this nonsense. And start animating all. So let's start with an axe, I guess. Why not? Do everything in order. Okay. Here's the axe. I think it's best if we start with the diagonal one, so at least we get a good view of the trajectory of everything. So axe will probably be like vertical here and horizontal here. The big axe though. This is how it looks in the inventory. Hands. This. Hello, good morning, Ednardo. How's it going? Hey, 3 days in a row. Good. Needs to still look like an axe, so maybe jiggle around a few pixels. Yes, yeah, this is like an axe. What else could it be? We've got darker brown. Now we can get rid of the black outlines inside of BAM. I think that works. What do you think? Kind of a small axe, but let's see. Let's take this one, copy it, add another layer here, paste it, rotate it a few times. Probably be square. At least you can understand what it is. Have a lighter color, yes. I mean, why not? Layer 2 will be the layer of the axe. Add layer 2 everywhere. Work, but maybe we can use this as a reference and like put it that. Whoa, what did I? Oh no, this is all correct. This is all on layer 2. That's probably good, right? It's hard to give cat these tools, but yeah, it should. Kind of a fat axe. That's probably good. All right to me. Of that done. And I think we should just take this axe again, turn it 700 degrees or whatever, 270. Oh, that doesn't really work. close to something along those lines, right? Now this looks more like a till now. Be careful. An axe. Ah. Okay, I think that sort of works. Alright. Good. Take a lighter shade of brown. There. Darker shade. A little bit of anti-aliasing, a little bit of color fixing. Looks good to me. So we've got 1, 2. Alright, so we need this one. Let's see. Work. Other work. Axe. Okay. Yeah, it's become a fat axe. It's not supposed to be as fat. This is how high should the axe go? I think this is probably enough. That's probably got that. Got this. This other. Got some aliasing stuff. There's so few pixels to work with that it's so easy to mess up. There's maybe 1 pixel of a difference between a flag and an axe. This should be fine, right? So? What if we take then this, turn it 90 degrees? I don't think this will work. Well, let's try. No, not really. So this will this. Down. Not really an axe though, it's a hatchet. Hatchet is an axe. I don't know. Let's. I thought about it like that. So an axe is sort of a battle. What's the difference between a hatchet and an axe? I think there's any difference. Probably I can one pixel to the and probably be. I feel like in this position the axe can be higher and longer. Goes single. Not a fan about this one as well. Okay, that works better. It's too long. A little bit of foreshortening. This works. And here, okay, here should be the easiest one, right? Because see it really. And this is not going to look like a hatchet or an axe. I mean, sort of. Maybe this could look like an axe, but really look like anything. Hmm. Well, try the other. Okay, so the other one. Oh, this sort of looks more like a hammer now. I think this can look like an axe. Hmm. Maybe I could try a different version where it's a bit off center. Can tell that it's an axe. Yeah, it's fine. And okay, we got this, we got that. Now we just need this last one. And in this one, I think the axe will just have to be straight on. Yes. Yes. Slightly off. starts to look something. So yeah, I'm actually kind of close to finishing the axe attack. Yeah, I'm not bad at all, I'd say. For one day. Darker shade. Okay, this works then. And we can here as well. This works. I think actually it should be a couple of pixels higher. There you go. And boom, forward. Now there's a bit of a problem here, I think. Like, there's a chance that this guy too won't be able to fit. One, two, three, four. The entire axe. There's a pretty big chance still. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try like this and see where it ends up. So axe is there. This will have to be brown, probably like lighter shade. There, I could just reuse this part. Leave. Yeah. Look bad at all. It should like. Okay. Bad. I think it doesn't quite fit, or does it? This over. No, it fits. That. And some brown in there too. I say this works. I don't know why I'm so incredibly tired. I can take this and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. you know what? I have an idea. One thing that could be done without what I was thinking was duplicate the second frame, and like I did with towards the Pantheon, like I try it and see if it's any sense. Although the thing is, I'll be adding quite a few details. But yeah, what I was thinking was to add a smear frame. Yeah, I could add this shade as well. I don't think it's needed though. Although, I don't know. See, it goes. I'm looking at the preview here, and yeah, it does help. Trajectory, at least. So I'll do this one, and then ask Connor if he wants me to do these third frames or not, or if it's okay just to have this sort of AB copy. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I live streamed maybe like 15 minutes less than I should have, but it's fine. 3.5 hours is more than enough. I'll go and eat then, and I will come back at 2 p.m. local time, which is 1 p.m. GMT, and which I don't know what time it is everywhere else in the world, but yeah. So let's recap what I did today. I finished this tile sheet. This tile sheet here. Oh, there's the underground waterfall, first of all. As well as, where is it? Wow, I lost it somewhere. Well, whatever. Ah, it was ruins, sure. So, scroll ruins, tile sheet. Yeah, there it is. Tile sheet that I finished today. I'll show Connor this and the animations for BAM, and get some feedback, see what needs to be changed, needs to be done. And tomorrow I will be drawing a house, first concept art, which should be quite interesting, and then the pixel art for Flippy and Bippy's house. Look forward to that. But before that, as I've said, 2 p.m. local time, 1 p.m. GMT, I will continue with the comic book that I've been drawing. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be quite the thing. A lot more fun than what I've been doing these past couple of hours, I think. There's just more to see, more to look at, more dynamism, not just a cat, an axe, and anyway, enough talking. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.